What do you think of our photography studio?
Oh, I love it. It's so peaceful coming here. I felt happy and like at peace, like I wasn't stressed at all. So really warm environment. My full name is Nyah Willis, and I was born June 10th, 2001. I was born in San Jose, California, which I was raised there as well. Been there my whole life until I moved to the South for college, and so it was amazing. If I'm being honest, I honestly would describe it as a dream. But growing up, you don't realize it until you move into like a different state or a different location. But typical like movie scene, beach days, going in and out, hanging out with friends, perfect weather. It was honestly a great experience, and I'm happy I'm from there.
Who did you look up to when you were a child?
I would say my older sister and my mom. My mom was a very hard worker and she provided for me and my siblings, but really my sister, I wouldn't say she raised me, but she was a part of my life growing up for a long time, especially in sports, and so seeing her be the great person that she is today, she always inspired me.
Can you tell us about your transition from high school to college?
My transition from high school basketball to college basketball was really drastic, and not drastic in so much the game, but the speed of the game. You have to develop and change in a really quickly manner in order to be efficient on the college court. And the institution I was at, I had to be a factor for my team to win. And so coming from high school, normally you're the best kid on your team in that area. But once you get to college, everyone's good. Everyone's as tall as you. Everyone can shoot as good as you. And so I think having to learn how to play in a different way and use your skills in a different way, but also keeping up with the speed. So that was probably the most drastic change that I had to learn going from high school to college.
What made you decide to play basketball at North Carolina A&T?
I previously was at a different institution that I just wasn't a great fit for me. It was different from what I was comfortable with coming from California, and so I just wanted to get a different experience and a different basketball experience as well. So I decided to leave that institution, but I'm so happy I found A&T because I absolutely love it.
Is it difficult balancing school and basketball?
Extremely difficult. Like, if there's a word bigger than extreme, extremely difficult. Long hours of practice, long hours of class, trying to maintain doing homework, studying, but also making sure you're giving your body rest and, taking care of yourself as well. But it is extremely difficult to maintain both, but we always find a way to get it done.
What are some achievements that you're most proud of?
Probably just receiving the Division I basketball scholarship, because that's something I worked for basically my whole life. I mean, I'm 21 years old, but ever since I was a kid, that was the goal, to receive a scholarship. And, I'll end college debt-free, getting a lot of perks of being able to travel and play against other Division I schools, which is really cool. And yeah, I guess other basketball accolades. I scored 1,000 career points in high school. So, other little basketball stuff, but really just making it to the level I'm at right now. What I have learned most from a loss or a win is to be mentally tough, and not so much on the basketball court, but just in life, because sometimes in life, you're going to lose, you're going to win. You may win but feel like you lost, or you may have lost but felt like you won, but at the end of the day, you just have to be mentally tough in whatever the result is. And I feel like playing basketball has given me that characteristic. And I feel like more times than not, I try to stay strong in what I believe in, my hopes, dreams, and aspirations, all that. And so I say mental toughness.
So who is Winston Hill and how did you meet?
Winston Hill, he is my boyfriend, and we met at my previous institution that I was at, and he honestly was an anchor for me, from him being from the South and me being a California girl. He actually kind of showed me around the South and got me comfortable and accustomed to it. And he happens to play basketball as well. And so it just kind of, I don't know, it was like God's will and God's timing, because at that point in my life, I was a little bit down. I wasn't really enjoying school there. Kind of was ready to leave, but he kind of made everything better, and we eventually started dating and kind of blew up basketball-wise on TikTok. So that's who Winston Hill is. Do I have any rivalries? I would say as a team whole, we have a rivalry with North Carolina Central, of course. I don't think it's much of a rivalry because, Aggies do and Aggies win. But that's just one I could really think of. As far as a team, I don't really have any personal rivalries with anyone. His playing style is way different than mine because he is 6'9", so he is a post. I am a combo guard, so I do a lot more of the dribbling, shooting, passing versus where he's like the back you down post up player. He also can dunk. I cannot get the rebound, so we're honestly complete opposites on the court. So yeah. What do me and Winston Hill like more than basketball? I'll probably just say enjoying each other's company and relaxing because we're so busy all the time, just being active, working out, pushing our bodies. But we do enjoy traveling a lot. We like to go see different places and try new food. So I guess just being kind of spontaneous and adventurous. We plan to go to Florida on spring break. We just like to get out and kind of do spontaneous stuff to make us feel like we're normal too and not just an athlete. My favorite date night spot is probably Kyoto Palace, which is just hibachi. I love hibachi and the scene of like having the food cooked in front of you. I don't know, it's just so much fun and I love going there for date night. My favorite food for dessert would probably have to be a red velvet bundt cake, but specifically from like bundt cake, it has to be from bundt cake, or strawberry shortcake. The best love song of all time. I'm gonna have to say "Love" by Keisha Cole. I don't know, like I just every time I hear it, I sing my heart out like it's been broken and shattered. But I don't know, that song just does it for me every time. My favorite music artist right now is probably gonna be SZA. I have listened to her album on repeat every single day. So as of this moment, today, right now, I'm gonna say SZA, but it changes probably every day. Oh my gosh, the most romantic movie of all time. I think it's The Notebook. I think it's The Notebook. I'm not sure if that's the actual title, but it's a beautiful movie. The one that I'm talking about when she like builds the house, or he builds the house for her. Yes, love that movie.
That's the one he's like, what do you want?
Yeah, that's definitely my favorite movie. Oh my gosh, it's so romantic. My favorite actor/actress would probably be Taraji P. Henson. Love her energy, her style, her confidence, and like her fears. So I love watching her act. My favorite pair of shoes is my olive green Nike Dunks, and I could not go without those. Those are definitely my favorite pair of shoes. I cannot go without them, but I also can't go without my Crocs. That is probably the one shoe I cannot live without.
What advice would you give to other Black women like yourself?
What advice would I give to other Black women like myself? It seems repetitive and very simple, but I would tell them to never give up. Even if you feel like you're in the darkest time of your life, never give up, because personally I felt like I didn't know what was going to happen when I decided to transfer or leave, and I didn't know what God had in store for me, but I never gave up. I kept working out and hoping I had another opportunity. So I would just tell everyone around me, never give up and just keep working for what you want.